Good morning, good almost afternoon. We're all 49ers. That's Jack Hammer. I'm Grant Cohn. The Niners played one of the most ridiculous games in the history of the NFL just a couple of days ago. And during it, while you watched it, if you didn't turn off the television and leave like Jed York probably did, then it was very painful as a Niner fan. Jack and I just watched the coach's tape, which is silent. It's very cold and clean. And our impression is that it wasn't as bad as it may have felt and seemed at the time. Did you get that impression, Jack?
Yeah, definitely. There was definitely points in this game where they were doing really well, and just a couple bad breaks went their way there early in the second quarter, and then it just kind of snowballed out from there. But I definitely think there's things to take away that are positive moving into.
And I think that's Kyle Shanahan's message to the team this week. At least it sounded that way on the conference call with reporters yesterday. I mean, after certain losses this season, he'd been very quick to assess blame. Like after the Eagles game, it was pretty clear. Like he was saying, well, what do you expect us to do with our backup quarterback? In this game, he said, not Nick's fault, not really anyone's fault. It was a ridiculous game. I respect everyone who went through it. Let's move on and get better from it. I really thought it was the best moment of him as a leader yet. I liked it.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's definitely the message to set, because I think they're going to be so well to have a good game this week coming up against the Saints.
Okay, so let's dive into good Nick, bad Nick.
Sure. Yep. Let's get started right away. Let's go to the first quarter. This is the first third down of the game, 10:51.
Well, this looks ridiculous. Let me just fix this real quick. I don't know what I was going for on this one, but let me take my face out of there. Okay. All right. 10:51. Here we go. How's that look? Does it look good?
Looks good to me.
Okay, let's do it. Roll the tape. So this is the first third down of the game. It's 3rd and 4.
Yeah, it's 3rd and 4 here. They got to get to the 41, and he does a good job here. They don't get the first down, and a lot of that's not his fault. I think he makes the correct read. Really, what you're going to see is Reed needs to get more depth. He's got to get. We know they got to get past the 41. He runs to the 41 and sits, but he's got about 4 yards between him and the linebacker. He could have gained another couple of yards of depth, and just the catch right there, that should be a first down. So this is one of those little things. As I watch the game, there's just a lot of little things that we see that kind of cost them this game, and this is one of them. This isn't anything on Nick. He's making the proper read and going where this play is designed, and Reed just needs to get a couple extra yards on his depth.
Yeah, and that's something that football coaches would notice. We told you to run this at 6 yards. You ran it at 3. Why?
Yeah.
Well,
even if it's supposed to be a 4-yard route, you need to know the situation right here that it's you got to get 4 yards, and you got to get a couple more, especially when the linebacker is giving you the hole.
Yeah, it's zone. It's right there. It's the right read.
Yep.
Good eye, Jack. Yeah, that's just when you have an accumulation of mistakes like this, you lose by 17.
Yeah, Yep.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we saw. We see this on both sides of the ball as we go through the game. But this is a good play by Mullins. If they do this next week and Reed gets the right depth, it's the first down. So that's why on the positive speed of it.
That was interesting. Okay, which one's the next one?
Let's go to 6:25 of the first quarter.
Yeah. Let's do that. This is a heck of a throw. And he gets a really nice pocket on this play too. I'm going to give some props to the offensive lineman, but let you take us through it.
Yeah, definitely. This is a concept we see them run a lot, where it's play action. They're going to try to clear out the middle with Taylor. He's taking the safeties with him, and the play action kind of holds the linebackers a little bit, and good protection off there. And he just kind of sits in the pocket, and as soon as the man makes the break, he hits James right in stride.
Yeah,
great play.
Yeah, it is. Let's check it out from the end zone. Nice play fake. Just notice real quick, Daniel Brunskill with Za'Darius Smith. That's nice.
Yeah, he's doing a good job right there.
I mean, all the time in the world to throw this ball, steps into it, hits him in stride.
Yeah, that pocket just makes it like he's in the 7-on-7 drill.
See, what happened early in the game is the Packers were playing some real soft zone coverage and not really even covering Richie James. Then they started bringing pressure and changed the entire game. This is some serious soft coverage. Look at how deep these guys are. But yes, excellent throw, excellent design. Great Nick.
And part of that depth is because of Taylor the safeties. So he's driving them deep. So
I love that though, because you have to respect Trent Taylor running deep, although there's no way in the world he would ever get this ball. I mean, maybe if he was uncovered totally, he might get it, but even then, maybe not.
Right.
Anyway,
Yeah.
but you gotta respect it.
Yeah, definitely. Let's move on now. Still first quarter. Let's go to 54 seconds in the first quarter.
Sounds good. All right, 54 seconds. Okay. Oh, yeah.
This is their second possession. It's been a really nice drive all the way down to this point. And this one, it's going to be the corner to Craycraft. You see him out on the edge. He's going to come in and then break to the corner.
Yes.
And he's open. This is a perfect throw. You can't put this ball in any better placement than what Mullins does right here.
Yep.
If there was going to be anything, you might say he should throw the ball a little earlier, but that's partly because we're watching this in slow-mo.
Good point.
He puts this one right there. This should be a touchdown. If that's Bourne or Ayuk or Samuel, you're going to bring that up as 6. So that's a nice throw. It's a good read. Nobody else was open. He was reading that side all the way, and he hit the open man. So that's definitely a positive on his end. So that's 2 plays now that we've watched where he's making the right throw, he's making the right read, and he's being let down by the receiver.
Okay. Real quick from this angle, because it's the best throw of his career, maybe. He had a nice one to Kittle in the end zone against the Eagles for a touchdown. This is really nice. I mean, that's a dime. You got to catch that, buddy. Okay, what's next?
Let's go to 13:39 of the second.
Okay.
So this is the possession right after the field goal. The defense has made a stop. The 49ers offense is driving. And this is going to be another play action with a dig route. Similar concept to what the earlier throw was. You got a man running down the field to open it up. And James comes in right behind him. And you see the ball coming out of his hand right as the break's being made. And he puts it right on him.
Yeah, let's watch it again. Time it up. Making the break now. Now. And that ball's coming out. Perfect timing before these guys can get back in the play. Well designed. Let's look at it from the end zone.
And the play action is really helping because it's getting the Packers off of their
Yes.
mark, so they're not able to just rush. They're running out to left. So the play action really set that up well for them.
Yep. And the pass sinks a little bit at the end, but still perfect throw.
It's fine. We'll take that.
Yeah, we'll take that. Thank you. Yeah, thanks, Nick. Love that. Yep. Great call.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
And then, a couple more, and these are more. Those are the throws really while the game was in doubt.
Right.
I did want to go to the fourth quarter, 6:10.
Okay, let me get there.
Just because these are, I understand these are garbage, but these are some plays that I noticed people talking about as the game was finishing up.
All right. Almost there. 6:10 fourth quarter.
Yeah.
All right. Here we are. First down. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And this is a nice one. This is a little bit of a change up from they're actually going to motion hasty out to the wide out into the slot. And then he's going to run a wheel. So he's going up. What they're really doing here is 4 verticals, which is a nice call against the single high safety.
Yep.
And he's got the safety pin to the left side, and that leaves Dwelly wide open.
That's a great play design.
Yeah, it is. It's a really nice one, especially with that little wheel route out there, because it kind of that's really what's opening up the middle of the field, I think, on this one.
Absolutely.
And it's a little low, but he gets it out to him, and this is a nice completion and a nice gain here, even though it's towards the end of the game. I don't know if he's going to gain a whole lot more yards because Dwelly's not the fastest guy in the world if he hits him right in stride.
Right.
But this is a good read, getting the ball to him. And at this point, really what we're looking for is that kind of thing to be happening with the 49ers quarterbacks.
And the thing going to Dwelly is it's not really about hitting him in stride because he's not a big, fast guy. It's just get it to him because he'll catch it. He will catch it anywhere.
Yeah, and that's a good catch right off his knees.
It's a great catch. He makes it look so easy, too. It seems like his heart rate doesn't go up at all. He's just very confident in his hands. His hand-eye coordination always. Yeah, nice play.
From the end zone angle, you'll see that's a good throw too because he's got a little bit of pressure coming off his right side. It's on a twist, so it comes across his face.
Yep, 95, 55, right there.
Good job by school there to just push him out of the way. But a
School
good
had a tough game, but this is a good rep.
Yeah, this is one of his good ones.
Yeah, poor School. My goodness. All right, any more?
Yeah, one more. Let's just go to the last one. Let's go to the fourth quarter. Still 2 minutes.
Okay. Jack, about an hour ago, Larry Mullins emailed me a picture of Nick Mullins watching film with his son, his like 8-month-old son. It's the cutest picture I've ever seen. I got to ask Larry for permission to show people. He may not want me to show, but it's the cutest picture I've ever seen. I almost want to frame it and put it in my house.
I'm sure it's a great
It's amazing. Him and his little 8-month-old son watching film together.
Yeah.
That's going to be the next Niners franchise quarterback, little Mullins. All right, what we got here?
Little Nick.
Little Nick.
Let's run this one. I don't remember. I didn't write my notes down on this one, so let's go back.
Okay, let's see what it is.
Out here.
2 minutes. I think this is the right play.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be an in route. And the reason on this one is just, it's late. It's a good little cut, good timing, and they get up the field, get a first down.
Yep. We'll see it from the end zone. He's going here.
This is an easy pitch and catch, but
it's a nice route. It's a nice route, though.
It's a really nice route, and that this game really just the thing that just jumps out is how much better Richie James is than the other receivers on the field that night, and he definitely needs to be the number 4 guy for the 49ers moving forward.
Oh my goodness, I have a clip of Trent Taylor going nowhere, trying to do a similar move, so we can show that later on the negative stuff. But we're going to stick with Nick, but real quick, I didn't really notice this. I think I kind of fast forwarded through the fourth quarter. Wow. And they say he can't run the routes that Trent Taylor runs. Man, what a player.
No,
nice catch too.
And I think Shanahan mentioned this too. Just the way that he comes out, he came into this week, he was hurt on Monday and he's out there playing on Thursday and playing like he did. That's really good. Yeah,
in a sense, he kind of had like the Nick Mullins against the Raiders game. He was just, he'll have this the rest of his life. It's a great game.
Mm-hmm.
Good for him.
Yeah.
All right, what else? You got anything else for good Nick, or should we do some bad Nick?
Let's jump over to the bad Nick. That's really it. I mean, when we get in, there's some other things that we want to talk about with the passing game and the offense in general. And
of course,
there'll be some good Nick and bad Nick in those as well. So we'll get those later. Let's go to 10:57 of the first quarter.
Okay, I have that one down too. But if there's one that I have that you don't have, let's do that as well. And I'm not trying to be hard on Nick. I wrote this one down, and I think he had Craycraft open and didn't throw it to him. And you know what? I don't blame him. But let's look through the play and tell me what you see real quick, and then we'll move on to the next one. This is 1:47 first quarter. Here we go. Now, see, this was 2 plays before what should have been the touchdown pass to Craycraft. 2 plays before it. Let's check it out.
Is this
you're going to have
7?
This is no. This is 1:47 first quarter. This is the one I want to show you real quick. 2 plays before the touchdown. So you got Juszczyk in the flat and Craycraft going to the corner, kind of like the previous play. Now, it looks like Craycraft is open.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't throw it. He's looking at him. He just says, "Nah, that's River Craycraft. I'm not going to do it." And then he almost turns the ball over. So I wouldn't be surprised if Kyle Shanahan yelled at him in the headset and said Craycraft was open. He was the primary receiver. I'm going to call that play again. I want you to freaking throw it to River Craycraft. 2 plays later, he does throw it to Craycraft and he drops it. There were a couple examples in the first couple of drives of Craycraft being open and him being like, "Nah, no, I don't trust you." And I think he was right. I don't know. What do you see?
You're right on this one in that he is open, and he definitely should have let a rip on it.
Yeah. If it was anyone but number 86, I think he probably would. But there's, I don't know, man. River Craycraft's kind of fast though. He runs good routes. I just don't trust his hands.
Yeah. And this is a play that if we're doing this as a good Jimmy, bad Jimmy, that would be a bad.
That's bad
play. That's
bad, Nick. Absolutely. All right, let's go to 10. What was it? 10:57.
Yeah.
All right. You can almost read the thought bubble, like, "Oh no, it's River Craycraft." Oh no, and he's open. I'm gonna have to throw it to him. Okay, 10:57. Where are you? 10:57. Where am I going here? Second quarter.
First quarter.
Oh, man, I'm getting tired. I need a bye week. I need a bye week. Okay, 10:57. No, I'm really lost. Hold on. 10:57, first quarter. There it is. Okay, boom. Let's do it.
There you go. Yeah, it's the second play of the game.
Oh, I got ahead of myself. Let's do it. Oh man.
Yeah, they're going to run a flood concept on this one.
Yep.
To the left. And
it's the same thing.
Yep. James is deep with Craycraft coming across the middle.
Same thing.
And he's going to let this one fly. He's reading high low on this one.
True.
But he should be coming off that because it's not covered. It's not covered it's covered the whole way through. And Craycraft is running wide open for what should be a first down.
It should.
This is
assuming he catch it.
I've heard you say this a number of times, and it does hold true. For whatever reason, Shanahan really likes to come out and throw the ball with Mullins in there, and this doesn't give him any chance to really settle into the game. Now,
when Mullins comes in relief, they don't do that. It's screen, dump off. But when it's like the first play of the game on national television, it's like, let's show him what you got, Nick. Like, come on, man, can't you save this for the third drive? Anyway, you knew when he called this, I was in the press box, like, oh my Lord, again.
Yeah. This was definitely a bad read by Mullins, though.
No doubt. Craycraft wide open. Okay, what's the next one?
The next one's going to be 11:51. We're going into the second quarter.
Okay, I didn't write this one down. I'm curious. Let's see it. 11:51. Here. Oh yeah, the interception. Well,
this is the ultimate bad Nick, and this is a similar situation to what we've seen, and this is a concept we've seen them run a lot, where they go deep they're going to be going deep, I think, on the left side, and they're going to have a dig coming from the right. And they also have the back out the backfield, and that's who he's throwing the ball to. But this is a situation he needs to hold this ball. By the time he's going to throw it, the man's in his lap. He gets hit, and the ball just flutters in the air for an interception. School gets.
I wondered, does School expect to get a chip here?
He should. Well, either if he does, then that's part of it, because he's definitely set up a little bit more inside.
Right. Can't throw that. Can't throw that. You got to take that sack, Nick. You're right? You got to take that sack.
He needs to understand that taking a sack isn't the worst thing that's going to happen in this situation right here.
No, that's the worst thing that's going to happen in this situation. Oh my God.
First thing is you get a sack and you punt the ball and you go play defense instead of put your defense in a bad situation.
Yep. And that theoretically comes with experience. What was this, his 11th start? Still, Nick, you can't do this anymore, Nick. Especially if you're an undrafted guy. You don't get multiple chances. Like if your name starts with a C and then is followed by a J. All right. What's the next one? What's the next one?
Second quarter, 5:38. The next possession.
Yep. Let's get to it here. Oh yeah.
And on this one, it's a bad read. There's just nobody. He's not there at all. He's got the safety's reading that coming across and just sitting on it.
Yeah.
And as you watch this play unfold, it's a bad throw. He definitely shouldn't have thrown it. And in reality, what he should have done here is you should have seen that there's nobody open, because there isn't. They're covered up well across the board, and he should have taken this and just tried to run it for what he could get.
Run it. It's a three-man rush with, they're not respecting him as a runner. 3-man rush, man-to-man coverage. They're saying you're just going to stand there and throw into an eight-man coverage, and they're right.
Yeah.
He needs to run.
Yep. Yeah, he needs to pull that down and run. So, this is, again, I kind of mentioned this in my piece that I wrote yesterday. Mullins has a tendency when he has a bad play, they kind of continue for a little while. He needs to really get over this.
He presses.
He does. That's exactly what this is. He's staring it down the whole way.
Yeah, got to make a play. Got to redeem myself. And then it snowballs. Yep.
And that seems to carry on with him for a couple of possessions, and that's really something we need to see him improve on. That's one of the strengths that we see from number 10.
Yeah, agree. Good call. Okay.
Let's go on to 13:29 of the third.
Okay, sounds good. Can we do one real quick before that? Let's do 14:55. I'm not sure why I put it. Let's just check it out. Here. I don't exactly remember. Hold on, let's see. Okay, so this is going to be an incomplete pass to Richie James, who's on the bottom of the screen.
Yes, this is the play that gets knocked down.
Yep. So I don't know exactly what this play is. To me, it looks like an RPO, with this being the conflicted defender. If he plays the run, you throw the pass. If he plays the pass, you hand off. It looks like he's playing the pass here. He doesn't really move much. It seems like, I don't know. I don't know if this play was going to work out either way, but I think you hand off. Jack, what do you see?
Yeah, well, I don't. He's definitely stepping down to take to like he's going to be doing the going to be following the run, but he just sits there and he's right there. I didn't put this one down as a bad nick necessarily because I just think this was an unfortunate situation where the man makes a good play on the defensive side.
Fair enough.
With getting his hand
Fair
out.
enough.
But definitely that's another one that
that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Okay. Which one was yours?
Even the read's not super clear because of the way that the man's stepping down.
Yeah, that's a tough one. All right.
Yeah.
So fourth quarter.
13-29.
Okay, here we go. A few plays later, same drive. Oh, he's throwing to Trent Taylor. Okay, Here we go.
3rd and 5, and this is where he's going to run I think he's going to go out and then come back in. And he's open, and Nick just misses him and throws it.
Oh, yeah.
Outside. It's a wide open throw. He's throwing the ball early, so where he's throwing the ball to is where Taylor
was.
Is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he needs it's almost like, again, he's pressing a little bit right here for whatever reason, wanting to get the ball out.
Yep. Also, I feel like he got dinged a little bit in this game. He took some shots to the head. I don't know. He seemed a little staggered in this game in ways I hadn't seen him before. He took some big shots, man.
Yeah. Yeah. And that could be part of it too.
Maybe.
Could be part of why he's trying to get the ball out of his hand so quick.
Exactly. I mean, I don't know if I don't think the quarterback sneak had happened yet, but that was just, he really got hit in the head. He got hit hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's just a bad throw on his part. It's a good read, but a poor execution on his end.
Agree. All right. What do you want to do next?
One more.
Okay, cool.
One more bad nick. Let's go to the fourth quarter, and it's 5:51.
All right.
And this is actually, it's kind of a back and forth. This is actually a little bit of good nick and a bad nick. It's good nick in the way that where he decides to go with the ball.
Mm-hmm.
It's just bad nick on the throw.
Okay. Where is 5:51 fourth quarter, you say?
Yes. Okay,
yeah, boom. Where he decides to go with the throw. Right now I see he decides to go to Craycraft. That's a big mistake.
Yeah, he's going to Craycraft, but this is a play. They're going to motion Huschek down to the bottom. This is a play that's designed to go to Huschek. They're trying to get him underneath.
Right.
Underneath.
Oh yeah.
But the Packers do a good job. The outside man does a good job of coming off and distracting it. Meanwhile, what you've got is Craycraft who kind of doubles back and he comes inside. So when Mullins goes to look to Huschek, he's covered, and he comes off and he makes a good read, I should say, and going to Craycraft, but he just misses the throw behind him. So
yeah. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. This is a concept the Niners have been using for years, and this little wrinkle to have this guy twist off and go upfield is something they did with Dante Pettis for a big gain like 2 years ago. Does that sound right?
I'm not sure. I don't remember necessarily seeing that one recently.
I don't remember the game, but I think it was. And to me, they used River Craycraft in this game the way they used to use Dante Pettis. Like, I don't know what it is about River Craycraft, but Kyle really tried to force the issue with that. Called a bunch of plays for him and used them 51 snaps in this game, dude.
Well, if you think about it, if River Craycraft goes out and has a big game, who's getting all the credit?
Kyle. And we already know how Kyle thinks. So, yeah, there was that. Yep.
But
that is one of my things that he needs to get over. He needs to get over that. That is youth and pride and all that stuff. Anyway.
Yeah. Now he gets the ball. He gets the ball to the guy that I think is the right play is to play goes through. Just a bad throw on his end, so that's why it falls into the bad side. You
gotta love Richie James' reaction as he's watching. He's like, "Oh no, here he is." Oh, River Craycraft. Okay, what do you want to do next?
Let's go through. As I was kind of watching the game, there were some other ones that were kind of key plays that I thought as we were going through. Not necessarily good, bad, Nick. There's going to be a little bit jumbled up as we go through this.
That's fine.
These are some of the plays that were just key as we went through.
Okay.
But this is second quarter, 11:56.
All right. Here we go.
So this is their this is again their third possession, down 3-7. They've been moving the ball. This is the play right after the holding call. And what you're going to get is Craycraft's going to be coming on a dig. He's actually on the backside of this play. Mullins is reading the left. Doesn't see it. And then finally, when he comes over to the other side, and he's throwing to the hole. This is a situation where Craycraft needs to sit and catch the ball. If Craycraft needs to read what's in front of him, because if he keeps running across and Mullins throws the ball to him in stride, this is a pick. And everybody's yelling at him because it's a pick. Instead, he's throwing the ball where the receiver should be. Craycraft, inexperienced, doesn't read the same way. He keeps running and overruns the route.
And if you haven't played football, you don't know what Jack's talking about here. This is zone coverage. Watch. These guys are playing with outside leverage. These guys are playing zone underneath. And a wide receiver, you're taught when you're running across the field, if it's man coverage, you run. If it's zone, you sit. I've seen them talk about that in practice a million times, Jack. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
No, you're 100% right.
I've seen it a million times. I didn't play the sport, but I've seen them say it. They work on this. It's zone. He's got outside leverage. He needs to know that you sit in the zone and you stop. Yep. Otherwise, you're running into someone else. Nick knows that and expects him to stop. River Craycraft, hey, he's had 2 targets in his career before this game. I don't blame him. He shouldn't have been in this position. It should have been Dante Pettis. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I'm just kidding. It sure thing really should have been.
No, it really should have been, honestly. Whatever personal spat Kyle and Dante got into, it led to River Craycraft. So, Kyle, stop spiting yourself. Really, who would the Giants rather have, Craycraft or Pettis?
Yep. Anyway, okay. Definitely.
All right.
So,
also, the guy in his face. Did the guy hit his hand?
It does.
He might have. Yeah,
he does. He gets his hand a little bit on that. And you can see that on the TV portion of it.
Still, Craycraft was in the wrong spot. All right.
Yep.
Next one.
Still in the let's go. Still second quarter. 149.
Okay. Here, 149. 147.
Oh yes. Yes. 147. Sorry.
Okay.
7 looks like a 9.
All right.
And here's another one. This is a situation where this play gets blown up by the left tackle. They're going to have James wide open down the middle of the field, and that's where Mullins is trying to throw. And as soon as he gets starting to throw, he gets hit, and so the ball just kind of flutters and dies behind the linebackers.
Yeah, this could have been a 60-yard gain.
Yeah, this is a 60-yard gain or a touchdown. This is a huge play, and it really comes down to the left tackle missing his block.
Again, Justin School either not being able to handle the chip or oversetting when the guy gets pushed to the inside, and just it's a bad rep.
Yeah, you got two guys hitting him on that one, and he's still able to just basically
exactly 2 guys hitting him, no one blocking him.
Yeah,
I mean, Dwelly does it. That's a solid chip. It's
not
okay.
really.
Not really. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You're right. He doesn't really slow down. That block right there pretty much looks like McGlinchey's later in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And he gets crushed as he's throwing the ball. So you look at that as bad, Nick. A lot of folks as are watching the TV, but that's really from the left tackle.
And again, I don't know if you can tell on TV, but these hits are really hard. You can hear it from the press box. They're crushing.
Oh, look at that. You can see he just gets knocked right off his feet right here. This is definitely a hard hit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course I think of him like my son. So when I'm watching him in the press box, I'm like, no, don't leave him alone.
Yeah.
All right. What's next?
Let's go second quarter, still 141.
All right. Next play.
Yeah. It's next play. We're going to kind of do a couple of plays here in order. And the reason I picked this play and I wanted to do this one is because he's just gotten crushed.
Yeah.
And he comes right back next play after getting that blindside block. And he's good. This is no big gain, but this is a nice little 5-yard completion out here to Craycraft on the right.
Yeah.
Right after getting hit, come right back and make a throw for a completion. That's kind of a good deal for a quarterback to be able to make that kind of a play.
Yeah, and a great call by Kyle Shanahan, because anytime you've just taken a shot and getting your quarterback hit, you want to get him back in rhythm. So what do? Call Craycraft.
Mm-hmm.
Call Craycraft.
Yep, and that sets you up for a third and manageable possession situation right here.
Yep.
And so the next play that we're going to go to is actually the next play at 55 seconds. So first down, the left tackle crushes them, and so they don't get the big gain. They come back with a completion. Now you got 3rd and 5, and this is going to be the slant to Richie James. And instead of having a first down,
it's a drop.
Ball. Yep,
it's a good throw. This is a critical play, Jack. Good call.
And so we can sit here all day long and talk about how bad Mullins is and how bad Mullins played and things. But when you watch the game and you're watching the situations, there's a lot of things that aren't in his control that are happening as well. And that's really kind of what I wanted to point out with that one. Yeah,
the drops, the lack of protection. He needs to learn when to take a sack and when to just give up on a play. But this is a first down throw in a critical situation to his best receiver, who's the right read, and Richie James just has to catch this. Hits him right between the numbers, and he doesn't trust his hands. Look.
No, he's turning his head because he's gonna catch the ball and spin around to his right side and back up the sideline. And he's turning his head as the ball hits him in the chest.
But he doesn't have his hands up. He's trying to trap it against his chest.
Yep.
Oof, Richie. I guess that's why you're a number 3 or number 4 receiver there, Richie. Yeah. Still, great game.
I kind of got himself out of whack there. And then the last two on Mullins. Let's go 5:34 of the third.
Okay. 5:34 in the third. Did I pass that? Hold on. I gotta get a better system over here. Hold on. Bingo. Sacked. All right. Oh my God. This was the one that actually I felt from the press box. My goodness.
This is gonna be the sack. It's just when you watch this one, everybody's just pretty much
it's a 3-man rush, Jack.
Yeah.
Oh.
And School just doesn't. School just basically. I don't even know. He barely even gets a hand on the rusher.
Yeah. Can't blame the lack of a chip here. All right, play this. I think I don't want to watch it. I think that's why I keep putting it back. Oh man. Okay. 3-man rush. Justin School. Ugh. This is exactly my view from the press box, by the way. No.
Yeah,
what do you see from the end zone angle?
Yeah.
Ugh, Justin.
They drop out the guy on the right side in the middle, and
it's
one. That's just he's lunging.
Doesn't even see him coming. Oh God!
All he does is swat him with his right hand, get him out of the way, and just runs right around him. I mean,
you remember that commercial from about 15, 20 years ago, the Office linebacker Terry Tate?
That's what that looks like.
It does, right? he just run up to people like getting their coffee and stuff and crush them. Oh my God! Here comes the pain.
Exactly right. That's a good one. Good call.
Oh, Nick. All right. Okay. Yeah, watch
the real quick. The last one on the passing game. Third quarter, 1:15.
Okay. Those ain't your pins, Richard. Those ain't your pins.
Exactly.
That was true. Best commercial of all time.
And this is going to be a nice little play. This isn't really anything because of Mullins, but I picked this one up because here we are, 1:13 of the third quarter, and we're finally going to run a screen pass.
Thank you. This I put in the good Shanahan section. Like, where was this?
Yeah, and as you watch this one, James does a really nice job as he starts getting upfield of just keeping this thing tight and not really running wide, and that's part of what helps him gain the yards that he does.
I see. He's just a terrific runner after the catch.
Yeah, he's really underrated. He needs to be getting the ball a lot more.
Does he remind you of anyone that you've seen before in the league?
Not necessarily. I'm not necessarily.
He kind of gives me Eddie Royal vibes, like young Eddie Royal.
Okay.
Returner, kind of short, but can line up in the slot, can line up outside, big plays, quick stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, he's definitely a step below. Like if we just look at the current 49ers, he's a step below Debo, but he does all those same similar kind of things. He can do those, but he's not going to take the sweep and run like Debo will, or even
no. Yeah, but he's not going to run like a running back, but he'll run like a returner. And the reason I compare him to Royal is Royal was a quality starter for Mike Shanahan for a few years, next to Brandon Marshall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
I like this guy.
Yeah, definitely. That's a good one.
Yeah. Okay. Anyone else you want to look at?
Well, as far as the pass game, that was all I had down. I wasn't sure if you wanted to do a couple of the run game plays though.
Sure. Yeah.
I really liked what I saw to Jerick McKinnon.
Me too. Let's do McKinnon.
Let's go 11:47.
Okay. First quarter?
Yes.
All right.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. Not 11:47. 1:47.
Okay.
This is on their touchdown drive.
All right. This is incomplete. No, I'm in the wrong place. Are you sure 147? I'm tripping. 147 first quarter?
Yes.
This is the incomplete pass to Craycraft.
Okay.
So
maybe.
Yeah. Wait a second.
It's 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2 at the goal line?
Yeah.
Maybe it's a different quarter.
That's the second quarter. It's
second quarter. All right.
I'm sorry. It's still in the first quarter because this is it sets up their touchdown, I believe. Maybe I wrote it down wrong.
Oh, maybe so. Okay, so it's all right. All right, just a sec.
147.
No, 147 is the incomplete pass. Then 143 is the pass to Richie James for 5 yards. Let's look it up real quick. I mean, this is the shovel pass that they call all the time for Jimmy Garoppolo. This is one of the Jimmy Gimmies. This was one of the only Jimmy Gimmies that Nick Mullins got all game.
It is. Well, along with the screens, a couple of those screens, but
late.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. And this was kind of where I was saying, where the runs where he's similar to Samuel and Ayuk, because this is stuff that they run with them, and they have it blocked up well. He just doesn't. He's able to get out there and make 5 yards on this one.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah, no, it's good. And would have liked to see a little bit better block out there by by 50 by 44.
Yep.
That kind of forces it to go a little wider. If he had a better block, he would have been able to cut that up and probably get a little closer to the goal line.
Yeah. Yeah. You were looking for McKinnon though, right?
Yeah, I was. I don't know where
Well, I can search by McKinnon. Hold on, let me try that. He didn't have that many.
No, he didn't. He really didn't have as many as he should have.
Name in there and see what he got. Okay. 3rd down and goal. This is 228.
It's either 3rd and goal or 3rd and 2. One of those two. I think it's 3rd and 2.
Is it at the 15? Yeah, here we go. 3rd and 2. Here we go.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
That's okay. Let's do it again. Here we go. End zone.
And the reason I picked this play out is this is one that we saw them. This is exactly the same play we saw them run in short yardage. The Niners really like to run this play in short yardage. They ran this against Miami on 4th and 1. Same thing, same back, everything. A little bit different defensive look. He gets a little bit better push up front, and he hits the hole, and does a good job of hitting that hole and squeaking through and picking up the 1st down.
Great call. And I want to just give one person a shout out on this play. Daniel Brunskill had the toughest assignment of any of the offensive linemen. He had to go against Kenny Clark, who's a good player. And I think one-on-one, Brunskill did a pretty good job against Kenny Clark. And this is a underrated block right here.
Yeah, definitely. You see him get into him. You see him get his butt to the hole, which is exactly what you want him to do.
Definitely. So shout out Daniel Brunskill. I mean, you're playing next to some stiffs at right guard, but he's really been not great this year, but he's been important for them. They've needed him.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Good job, Daniel. All right.
Yep. And then the second play I wanted to show was 14-10 of the second quarter.
Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. Is it McKinnon?
This is going to be McKinnon again as well.
Okay. 14-10. Yep, there it is.
And so this is, they're down 3-7 right here. This is the series that ends up with the interception. But you get really good blocking on this one all throughout. Good block there by James to kind of set the edge.
Yeah.
Good blocking at the second level by McGlinchey, and Craycraft gets a little bit of a block out there too. And just a good job. And you really get to see McKinnon get out there and use his speed to turn the corner.
Yeah, I put this in the good Shanahan section, and this was, I believe, the first toss play from 21 personnel with Juszczyk actually at fullback, and they gained 11 yards. And this was like, dude, why did you waste the first quarter in 11 personnel? What were you doing? Why was Juszczyk playing H-back in the first quarter? What game plan was this? When you get back to your identity, it's like the easiest 11 yards you've ever had. And George Kittle isn't even in the game. All of a sudden, Mike McGlinchey looks like a good player. He's actually doing this is what he's on the team to do. If you're not doing this stuff, Mike McGlinchey's just a liability. On this play, he's great.
Yeah,
the whole way. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Totally agree. And the bad part about this, when you think about the way that this game unfolded, is at this point in the game, this is the 6th carry for McKinnon in the first half. At this point, he's got 33 yards.
Yep.
The Niners are down 3-7. He does not touch the ball again until the second possession of the third quarter, when the 49ers are now down 28-3.
It's ridiculous. Good call, Jack.
They basically just sat him down and put Hasty in the game, and I don't really know what they're seeing in Hasty.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to save Jerick McKinnon for later in the season. It's like, no, guys, you need this win right now. Is there any more McKinnon? I had one more play from him. If you don't.
If you have another McKinnon, yes.
I do. All right, 7-14 third quarter. Let's see what this one was. It's an 8-yard run. Game's over at this point. Let's see. Again, there are 22 personnel here. I like that. Mm-hmm. Finally getting their best players on the field consistently. What a freaking concept. Toss to the right. Not there. I love this. He's the only guy on the team who can do this. Love this. Love this.
Yeah, they really like this concept of the toss, and if it's not there, cut in the back, like the way that they block this. And
McKinnon kind of tiptoes in the backfield, which I don't like. I mean, he doesn't get the momentum that Mostert and Breida did, and Mostert does, but it allows him to do this.
Yeah.
He's got patience. He sees the cutback, and this is a hell of a run. I don't know if Mostert would have done it.
I'm not sure. I think, we've seen Mostert do it a couple of different times, but
sure.
This is a really good play. And I think McKinnon is one of those guys. He ran really well in this game.
He did.
When I watched him play, even on an earlier run, I think it might have been one of his first ones where it's going to the left, and he kind of does a similar thing. He's running to his left and does a really good cut, and then just explodes out to the right side.
Yeah, that's great.
So I really liked him.
Me too.
One more running play real quick, and then we'll move on.
Is it McKinnon again?
No, this is actually going to be with Hasty. It's 12:55 of the second quarter.
Let me get Hasty in. Was this his one positive run?
It is.
It was a good run, wasn't it? He had nothing,
really
and he made it. All right, let's do it. Yeah.
And this is going to be a run out to the left, and I really think that this is supposed to be a run that's supposed to be kind of cut up between school and 75. But as he goes to cut, it's blocked.
Yeah. There's nothing.
There's no lane there, and he just does a good job. You see him cut like he's going to go in. You just see him do a good job, but this is all Hasty getting to the edge on his own.
Yep.
And he gets by that man. He's got the sideline there, and he just is able to scoot up the field for 4 yards.
So didn't have a great game. He has talent. And what you said, he's not a starting running back. No. He's a change of pace guy, but I think he's going to be a good one.
Yes, he is. He's going to be. I could see him being a good change of pace guy, kind of like what the 49ers had with Kendall Hunter.
Agree. And again, this guy's setting the edge. Most running backs are not going to get out here. That's Darius Smith. He's a hell of a player. Hasty does it.
Yeah, the little false step inside really helps him.
And what's cool about this to me is you can't really tell in slow motion, but it takes a lot of burst to get out there and to be able to put on the jets, but then slam on the brakes and make a 90-degree cut without losing too much momentum and actually get upfield and get 4 yards. It's one thing to get outside of him. It's another thing to get outside of him and then get upfield too. That's really tough. Yeah, I couldn't do that.
I definitely couldn't. Yeah, no, I really like that one. That was one of his one good run though.
I mean, he doesn't have to gather and slow down here. He just boom upfield. I like that. That's good. Yeah. Really good. Can we roast Trent Taylor now? Is it time? Can we do it?
If you want to do some Trent Taylor, yeah, that's perfect.
I just have one. I feel like there's just one play that kind of shows it. Every fan needs to see this. Kyle needs to see this. Trent, sorry. It's just this is what he is now. I have two for him, so I guess I'll go through both of them.
Okay.
They're both in the fourth quarter. What am I doing? Why are there so many Trent Taylor plays on this game? What is going on here? What is going on? Trent Taylor.
Hey, he was the number one.
I know. What's going on, guys? No results? No, Trent Taylor played in this game. What are you talking about? Oh, now Game Pass doesn't want to work anymore. Huh? All right, hold on. All right, I gotta reload it. Trent Taylor called NFL right now and said, "Don't let him expose me." No. Oh my God, this is gonna ruin it. Oh God.
You had it set up perfectly.
Oh man, and now they're gonna ruin the monetization and all because I tried to call out Trent Taylor. It wasn't meant to be. Hold on, I'm not giving up yet. Trent. 6. Okay, here we go. Bingo. 15. Let's go. All right. All right. Trent Taylor. Let's real quick. What's the situation? 2nd and 10. I don't know why he's on the field, but he's in the slot. Watch this route. Watch this. What the hell is that, Jack?
Yeah, just kind of, yeah.
What the hell is that?
Like first of all, he used to on a two-way go, and he just kind of hopping for about 2 yards.
He's hopping around, man. Mm-hmm. Again, Trent. There's a bunch of stutter steps that achieve nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 of those. He goes nowhere. Now he cuts to the inside. The ball's on him. He's not open, and he still drops it. I think the guy's done, Jack. I think he's done. No, he was good as a rookie, but not.
Yeah, he was okay as a rookie. He's
okay.
Yeah, he's not. He's Richie James is a better player. He just really is.
Can't get open. Can't catch the ball. It's over. And look, I think people pull for Trent Taylor. They kind of identify with Trent Taylor. He's like the everyman guy, and you know what? He's just blocking someone else's dream at this point. Sorry, I'm more sympathetic for the guy who's waiting his turn while this guy does this.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah. That ball's not right on him, but that's a ball that an NFL receiver should be able to make.
Absolutely. Right, and again, watch that stuttering. Whew. Okay. All right.
He stutters for about a good 2 yards.
He really does. He really does. All right. Let's do a couple more and then we'll wrap it up.
Did you want to do some defense?
Yeah, let's do some defense.
Because it just jumped out off the screen right from the beginning with some of the things that they were doing. If we look at like the first play, I think it might be one of the first plays of the game, 14-30.
Okay.
I wrote a bunch of stuff down on the defense. Usually I'm not as picky,
sure,
but
let's do it.
They really, we keep hearing about how bad Mullins is, but if you watch, this is the defense. This is who's going to be other week after week, and they'll toss play. And on this one, the reason I put this one down is watch the effort of 92. He makes it get all the way across the field, but instead of wrapping up, he just kind of says, "Hey, how you doing?" with the shoulder, punts off of him, and he gains about another 4 or 5 yards after that.
I see. Yeah, good effort from 92, but now you need technique.
He doesn't even try to wrap up. He drops his shoulder.
Yeah,
you're not going to get Aaron Jones down that way.
No, you're not.
No. And then the next play after that at 13:49.
Okay, 13:49. Just a second.
Sorry, we're running.
Right. Yeah. Next play. Here we go.
And you've got a situation here where they've got him dead to rights in the hole. Greenlaw needs to make this tackle.
Oh yeah. 57.
Yep. He does a good job. He gets the read. He sees it. He makes the blocker miss him. Good job there, but just does not finish the play. Drops his head. He's falling down almost as he's making the play. He's kind of lost all of his power.
Yeah.
So those are two of the first 3 plays of the game. 49ers defense just doesn't, just not tackling well in this game.
Yep.
And
yeah, it's a good call.
If we move on to, let's go 11:48.
Okay.
This is the touchdown to Adams. On the defensive side, we'll just kind of run through it in order.
Yeah.
And on this one, this is just something that cannot happen. They're in cover 3 right here, and Mosley's got to stay on top. But there's no reason for him to even allow this guy to get up to him.
Yep.
It's cover 3 across the board. He's in good coverage. It's not terrible, but this is all on the player. You can't. There's nothing on the defense.
What I see from this too is like he gets beat at the catch point, but I think he loses earlier. Salah's talked about fighting for the red line, and he says it's in between the numbers and the sideline. What I've always understood is that when defending a go route, a cornerback early on is trying to push the wide receiver as close to the sideline as possible, because the more you squeeze the wide receiver to the sideline, the less room for error there is with the throw. It has to be perfect or there's nowhere to go. With this one, I mean, he's way past the red line. He's almost on the numbers. And now when the ball's in the air, Aaron Rodgers has all of this to work with and to throw it over here. And Emmanuel Mosley can't even get there. He's kind of boxed out. So it seems like when he made the pass breakup later, he did a much better job earlier in the route.
Yeah, that's a really good call. That's a really good call. He definitely is giving him plenty of room over there in the kind of call it the box area where the receiver can make the play.
When Salah brought up the concept of the red line, I'd never heard of it, but it makes total sense. And if that's what he's coaching them to do, then Mosley doesn't do it right. I mean, he gives them 15 yards, 10 yards.
Yeah. He's definitely running right, like you said, right along the numbers. That's a lot of area out there for him to try to work with.
Absolutely.
Definitely. If we stick on the set, let's go to the good play that Mosley makes, though. 7-12 of the first.
Okay. Yeah, it's the same thing, and he plays it so much better. Let's check it out.
Yeah, it's the same thing. This time they're in man.
Man, you're right.
Which I think is part of why he plays it better.
Yeah.
He's able to get his hands on him, get the jam at the line of scrimmage.
Yes. And watch how he's widening him out right now.
Yeah. Not to say jamming him, but he's definitely forcing
squeezing him, widening him, whatever you want to call.
Yep. And right there.
And now there's nowhere to throw the ball.
Yeah. He's pushing him out the whole way.
Yeah.
Yep. Much better.
And it makes a great play.
Yeah.
I like Emmanuel Mosley.
I really do too.
He's a legit starter.
Yeah, I do too. I think he's fine.
I think he competes, and I think he stuck with this game more than Jason Verrett did. Although, it wasn't all Jason Verrett's fault. But geez, Jason Verrett kind of went in the tank in this game.
Yeah, well, let's look at since you mentioned that, let's go. Since you brought up Verrett, let's go to 7-10 of the second quarter. This is a play that a lot of folks got up in arms about.
Was it the long one?
No.
Okay.
This is the PI down at the goal line. And
7-10.
The 49er fans were pretty much yelling about this should be offensive pass interference, but as we watch through this, it's not.
I'm almost there. Just a second. I think I'm almost there. You said 7-10, third quarter?
No, second quarter.
Second quarter. Okay, that's the problem right there. Sorry, viewers at home. Oh man, I'm tired. I need a bye week. 7-10. Boom.
Hey, get tomorrow off.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, here we go. I fell asleep at 7:30 last night and woke up at 7. All right, let's do this.
Yeah.
I needed it.
And this is the one where they're gonna call PI on Verrett, and I really think this is more of a illegal contact. Either way, it's
Okay.
a penalty. It's not on
Adams.
Adams. Adams does a really good job here of making it look like he's going to go inside, and he kind of gets Verrett off balance. And Verrett,
yeah. So they're on the 9. Verrett can't touch him after the 4.
so you make that little stun inside.
That's nice.
See how, and they're blaming, the fans are yelling that that's on Adams creating the contact. Well, the only reason that he's creating contact is because he does a good job of stemming inside, which gets Verrett off balance, and then Verrett's grabbing him at that point.
Remember, the line of scrimmage at the 9. The 4 is where you can't touch him anymore. That's the 4. That's Verrett.
2 or 3.
Yep.
Yep.
That's
the only reason I say this isn't a PI is because this ball lands so far out of bounds that there's no way that's going to make a decision. Because this ball lands
not catchable. Should have been good call. Yeah, it should have been holding, illegal contact. Yeah.
Either one of those.
Either one.
Yep.
It's all right. What next?
Let's go to there's two plays with Marcel Harris that I want to point out.
Okay.
2 minutes to go in the second quarter.
2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Let's see if I can get there. Okay.
Come on, Grant. We're almost there.
It's the fourth quarter. You got to finish strong.
That's right.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, this is a deep throw, and this is a situation. I kind of blame this a little bit on the scheme. They're dropping out the 2 deep, and he's backpedaling this thing the whole way. He's in a really tough situation from where he started. And
is that quarter halves? Or is that just cover 3 cloud? It's cover 3 cloud?
It looks like cover 2. Like it's going to be.
They don't do cover 2. They don't do cover 2. I'll tell you right now, they don't do cover 2.
It's a variation of that because you've got it could be cover 3, but you've got.
I think it's cover 3 cloud. I don't know.
It could be that. You definitely have Ward playing a deep half on the right side. So he's doing his job. He's got his man covered. But you've got, and we've seen this a lot from the 49ers safeties, and it's usually the strong safety. We've seen this happen with Tart a few times in the first half of the season. So this is something in their scheme that teams are seeing, and they're taking advantage of it, because this is about the 3rd time that we've seen a team go deep down the middle and have it be on the strong safety in basically the same situation.
I'll have to ask Robert Saleh next time he has a press conference, but to my untrained eye, this is cover 3 cloud, which means 4 underneath, 3 deep, but the deep defenders are 2 safeties. And the guy's running right at Marcel Harris. I don't know what Marcel Harris thinks he's looking at. To me, what's happening on this side of the field is 1, 2, 3 guys are looking at him, and he actually takes his eyes off Marquez Valdez-Scantling and thinks the ball's going here and lets him run by him. Is there something else that I'm missing?
No, I think you're right. As you go through that and you describe the cover 3 cloud, you're definitely right on that.
So, I mean, look, cover 3 cloud is fairly basic. They got to be able to run this, and I don't see what excuse you could give Marcel Harris. You just have to keep your eyes on your man on this one and know your assignment. I don't know.
Yeah,
this is bad.
It just seems like the teams are scheming it up so that they're able to get them in a go route against that safety, and the safeties just aren't able to get them.
It's like, hey, if you want to protect your corner, we're going to go after your safety. Like neither option's that great, right?
Right.
Yeah. Good
and then the other one with Harris is really, let's jump over to the 3rd quarter, 11:47.
Okay.
And this is one
here. Oh yeah, I saw the same thing, because during the game I'm like, Jason Verrett just got roasted.
Yep.
But look at Marcel Harris, single high safety. Watch what he does. Well, you talk. I mean, you bring it through.
Oh no, you're right. No, you're right.
When I saw it, I was like, oh man, Marcel.
I don't know what he's saying here. He's the one that gets this. He's the
well. To be fair, it's 3rd and 7, and I think they're expecting the slant. And there was a couple instances against the Seahawks where Marcel Harris really crushed DK Metcalf on the slant on 3rd down, but they're using that against the Niners right here. They do a double move.
Yep. He stops. He flattens out. He's gone.
Oh.
They both are.
Both tested. Yep. Both of them.
Yep. But you see this a lot from Harris.
Yeah, you do.
He's kind of does.
And you know what? You see it a little bit from Tart. We got to show the touchdown catch that Tart gave up, but that was just awful, Marcel Harris. That's going to get Tart more money. Can we show Tarts real quick?
Yeah, let's do that. And then I got one on Ward that I want to touch on.
Okay, cool. All right. So Tart for me was Where you at, Tart? 7:05. Hold on. 7:05 second quarter.
Okay.
The touchdown. This kills me. This kills me. He's just too experienced, too highly paid to make this mistake. So, guy goes in motion. He's going to come back around this way, and Emmanuel Moses is going to follow him. It's man-to-man coverage. They're not showing it yet. They're disguising it, but watch. Here's Tart. Here's Mosley. 83 is going to go here. 85 is going to come here. 85 is going to – 89 is going to get the touchdown, excuse me. 83 goes over here. 41 goes with him. It's man-to-man coverage. 29, nope. 29 on 89. Looks like he's blocking, but then he disengages to do what?
Where's he going?
Where the hell are you going? You're not rushing Aaron Rodgers. There's no one in the flat. And then he does this. It's like, oh, my bad. Yeah, we know, Jaquaski.
Yeah, he thought it was run. That's why you see him stop and he's looking inside.
He thought it was run.
Yep.
You know, the word on him when the Niners when the new regime first got here is that good athlete doesn't diagnose run and pass well enough.
No, and you can see that here.
Yep.
Because watch, right here, he's looking inside. He stopped. He's looking in the backfield.
He thinks it's a handoff here, and he's going to get over there.
Yep. He thinks Jones has the ball, and then all of a sudden he realizes, oh shoot.
Yep. So Jaquaski, you got some splaining to do too. All right, let's do Jimmy Ward.
Yep. Let's do. And this is quarter 3, 9:32.
Okay.
This one here is for Niner Nick. I'll give him a shout out on this one. He's yelling about this one, but I really wanted to just kind of show why this play happens the way that it does.
Okay. Then I got one more for Jimmy, and then we'll wrap it up.
Sure.
All right.
So this is going to be a quick out for a first down to Adams.
This isn't Jimmy's fault.
No, it's not. They're in man across the board.
It's Robert Saleh's fault.
It is.
Real quick. It's guys. I've talked about this before. This is 3rd and 2. You're trying to defend a 2-yard route, and when you get the bunch, you know what's going to happen. Jack, take us through it.
You know, on bunch that you're going to be getting a bunch of crossers. So really, at this point, they should be doing what, at least when I was playing, we called it banjo. Everybody just pretty much starts taking, the first man in, second man, so on.
That's right. They call it cover 4 box, where it's first one in, second one in, first one out, second one out, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Or you can cover 3 cloud it, where you just keep this guy over here. Either way, cover 3 cloud, cover 4 box, either one works. Google them if you don't know what we're talking about. Playing straight man is going to get you beat.
Yeah, there is no way that Ward's going to be able to cover this route because he's got 2 guys that he's going to have to run through.
And 83 is open too. There's nothing that Verrett can do on 83. There's nothing that Ward can do on whoever this is.
Yeah, they're both out of position because
that's what happens.
Lined up in the call. Yep.
So I don't blame Ward on that one. No.
Yep.
Let me get that out.
Oh, keep going. Not that he played great, but this is one that wasn't his fault.
No, it's on Saleh. Whenever you play, he should be coaching them to make the adjustment right here. There should be some hand signal where they go, whatever. We're going to go to cover 4 box right here or cover 3, whatever. They can't play man like that. I don't get it.
Yeah, no, they definitely they should have some kind of adjustment where just those 3 guys are switching up because they can do that really easily in this situation.
Especially on 3rd and 2 when the chief thing you're trying to defend is the sticks.
Mm-hmm.
All right, okay, let's get to Jimmy Ward. I have this one as 5:24 fourth quarter, but I forgot to put what he did poorly, so maybe I'm nitpicking. Let's just run it and see what he does. Okay. Oh, no, I remember it. I remember it right now. All right. It's going to be a little screen to Tyler Ervin. Here's Ward. There's Ward. I don't know. Was there nothing more he could have done on that, Jack?
That's a tough situation. He's got a one-on-one. That guy's there. I mean, he's taught right here to try to funnel this back inside.
Yeah.
They don't want it to get out. And that's what he's doing. The only thing that he could have done better otherwise is really to take on that big old.
Yeah. Like hold your ground and don't just, because he doesn't really funnel it. I mean, if he had engaged 62, maybe he could have forced him in here. But what he does is just move out of the way. It's like, all right, you got me. I'm out.
Yeah, and I on this one, I think they were, and this was just a really good play call too by the Packers. They had this set up. If you look at it from this way,
yeah, there's that nickel blitz.
He's the only guy over there, and you got Ward one-on-one with a big old guy.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Fair enough. Hey, look, Matt LaFleur he did a really good job in this game.
Yeah.
But he had quite the advantages, right?
Yeah. All right. I agree. No, he definitely did. I think if they played this game tomorrow, it's a lot tighter game, and you have Warren and all the receivers on the offensive side, and you don't have all this. The Niners are really kind of stuck in a bad spot with that coming down on Wednesday. There's a lot of things going against them.
Yep.
Look for a lot better things to come out next week against New Orleans.
Yeah, it wasn't as bad as it felt, Niner fans. Check it out yourself. There's a lot to be encouraged about. And as soon as Kyle Shanahan can figure out how to consistently put his best players on the field, I don't think the Niners are going to lose again. Honestly, I think one of the biggest things that holds the Niners back is not consistently playing your best players. And I wasn't alive for the Bill Walsh era, but the stats are there. I can go back and I notice that Tom Rathman became an integral part of that offense in 1988. He got 144 touches in 1988, even though Jerry Rice was on the team, John Taylor was on the team, Roger Craig was on the team. And it's not like Bill Walsh forgot about him. It's like, no, you're part of the team too, and we're going to need to get you touches. Kyle Juszczyk, he's supposed to be one of your best players, but he couldn't get the ball this week because River Craycraft just had a better matchup or something. I can't get it. Kyle, if you're watching, just play your best players. Stop getting so cute. You're great. We all like you. You're good enough. You're smart enough. And doggone it, people like you. Just play Kyle Shanahan. Juszczyk. Oh, I almost had it. All right, Jack. This was cool. Right. Go have a great Saturday. Thanks for coming on a little early.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
See ya.